You don't need to do anything right now. You don't need to change your posture, your thoughts, or your future. You don't need to become stronger, wiser, or more disciplined. Just let yourself be here. If you're listening to this, it's not because you were searching for another answer. It's because something inside you is tired in a way words don't usually reach. You may not talk about it out loud. You may still function, still show up, still smile. But beneath that strength, there is a quiet exhaustion. The kind that comes from always trying to hold everything together. You've been responsible for a long time. Emotionally responsible. Spiritually responsible. Sometimes even responsible for things that were never meant to be yours. And over time, trying became automatic. Trying to stay positive. Trying to stay faithful. Trying to stay hopeful. Trying to stay ahead of disappointment. Not because you wanted to push, but because letting go never felt safe. Somewhere along the way, your nervous system learned that effort equals protection, that rest equals vulnerability, that softness invites loss. So you adapted. You became alert instead of open, prepared instead of receptive, strong instead of supported. And none of that makes you weak. It makes you intelligent. You learned how to survive emotionally. You learned how to stay standing when things felt uncertain. You learned how to keep moving even when your soul wanted to sit down. But survival is not the same as peace. And tonight, this message is not here to take anything from you. It's not here to dismantle your strength. It's here to let you rest inside it. You are not broken for feeling tired. You are not failing because you feel heavy. You are not behind because your heart feels slow. You are responding to a long season of effort, and there is nothing wrong with you for that. Let your shoulders soften a little. Let your jaw unclench. Let your breath deepen. Not because you're instructed to, but because your body recognizes safety when it appears. You don't have to understand why this message reached you. You don't have to label it as spiritual or emotional or psychological. All you need to know is this: you are allowed to stop trying for a moment, and nothing bad will happen. There is an angel near you now, not one that arrives with urgency, not one that corrects or commands, not one that demands belief. This angel arrives quietly. Angelic presence doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like steadiness, like something holding the space so you don't have to. Angels don't rush wounded hearts. They wait for the moment when the soul begins to soften on its own. You may not see anything. You may not feel anything dramatic. And that's exactly how it's meant to be. Because this is not a moment of awakening through intensity. It's a moment of safety through gentleness. The angel is not here to change your life tonight. It's here to remind your body that you are not alone in it. You've carried so much internally. Questions without answers. Hope mixed with caution, faith mixed with fatigue, and the angel does not judge any of that. There is no disappointment in heaven about your tiredness. There is no frustration with your pace. There is no demand that you do better, only presence, only quiet alignment, only the sense that you are being watched over, not evaluated. The angel understands something important about you. Trying was never rebellion. Trying was self-protection, and protection is honored here. This is why the message changes now, not into instruction, not into correction, but into permission. You were never blocked, not spiritually, not emotionally, not in your destiny. What you experienced as a blockage was actually a boundary your soul created when receiving felt unsafe. When hope hurt too much, when expectation led to disappointment, when opening your hands felt like risking loss. So your system chose control over flow, effort over surrender, trying over trusting. And heaven did not resist that choice. Because God does not force openness. He waits for safety. Nothing has been withheld from you as punishment. Nothing has been delayed because you weren't worthy enough. The delay was not external, it was internal protection. And protection dissolves only when safety arrives. not when effort increases. This is why pushing never worked. This is why discipline felt heavy. This is why motivation came and went. You were trying to override a system that was designed to keep you safe. And tonight, that system is being gently thanked, not broken. Tell yourself, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." Tell yourself, "He makes me lie down in green pastures." Tell yourself, "He restores my soul." Notice, restoration comes before direction. Tell yourself, "I do not have to earn rest." Tell yourself, "Provision flows from relationship, not performance." God never asked you to push your way into peace. Jesus never healed through pressure. He healed through presence. Tell yourself, "I am allowed to receive without proving." Tell yourself, "Grace does not require readiness." Imagine a door that was never locked by force, only by fear. The moment your hands stop pushing, they relax. The moment they relax, they notice the handle was always loose. Trying kept you from feeling the release. Trust reveals it. Remember the moments that carried you when you couldn't carry yourself. Unexpected help, quiet provision, relief that arrived without explanation. Those moments were not accidents. They were evidence. Thank you for the protection I didn't see. Thank you for the strength that carried me when I didn't know how. Thank you for patience that never left me. Gratitude opens what force never could. God, I release the need to try. I release the fear of rest. I release the belief that effort keeps me safe. I choose trust, gently, slowly, honestly. Let every invisible block dissolve without pain. Let my body remember safety. Let angels guard what effort once carried. I stop trying. I start trusting. Amen.